Hey, welcome to Zach's Tech Turf and my new series, Gaming
on Sunday morning,
which is where every single Sunday morning, just like today, I check out a new, sometimes new game with you guys, and we're just going to be chilling playing Battleborn today. Now, before we jump into it, I want to let you guys know what I'm sipping on. And this week it's pretty boring. Today I just have some water. I'm feeling a little dehydrated this morning. So make sure you guys let me know in the comment section what you're sipping on. And before we actually get into the gameplay of Battleborn, just like every week, let's go check out the Steam store page. Now, for those of you that don't know, Battleborn has actually been out for over a year now. As we can see, the release date is May 3rd of 2016. But what recently happened just last week is they introduced a free PvP trial. Now, the developers are saying that this game is not free to play and it's just a free trial. But if you look at this compared to other similar genre games, it's kind of free to play with like purchase premium options to it. So what is Battleborn? It's a tremendous band of badass heroes fight to protect the universe's very last star from a mysterious evil in this hero shooter by the creators of Borderlands. Basically what it is a first-person MOBA. That's the best way I can explain it. It's a super colorful first-person shooter, kind of like Overwatch and Paladins and yeah, even Borderlands. But then it's definitely a MOBA, how it's like that 5v5. You go through the different lanes, you have to kill the sentries at the enemy's bases, and it's a first person MOBA. So right now it's sitting at mixed reviews, which it's pretty much how I feel about it, honestly, but we'll jump into it a little bit more. Real quick, the system requirements, the minimum requirements are an Intel i5 750, which is pretty low, 6 gigabytes of RAM, and a GTX 460 or a AMD HD 6870. The recommended specs are the same processor, 6 gigabytes of RAM again, and an HD 7850 or a GTX 660. So it doesn't take that much horsepower to play this game. So we're going to jump into a game here, and I would jump into a versus public game, which is that 5v5 MOBA type game. But the population of this game, at least at the lower levels, is not that high. So I'm just going to jump into the training mode. That way you guys don't have to wait. Wait, why isn't this working? There we go. In the incursion tutorial. Now I'm just going to be playing against bots here with bots on my team. But I think that's the best thing to do for this review. So the reason why this is a free PvP trial now is, let me try, there we go, Oscar Mike. That's the hero I've been using. The reason why it's like a free to play trial is just like League of Legends, I believe. They give you a weekly rotation of free heroes, and then those are the only heroes that you can play for free. Now, if you purchase the game, which I think they lowered it down to $30 now, I'm pretty sure that's right. Then you unlock all the heroes and a couple extra features and stuff, and the co-op mode and the story mode and stuff like that. So right now, the only free to play is the 5v5 PvP, which is definitely enough for you guys to jump in and check this game out for yourself. I would love to hear what you guys think of this game. So let me know in the comment section if you've already tried it, if you already bought it, or anything about this game. Let me know what you guys think. So yeah, we're about to jump into this. The hero I'm using is Oscar Mike, which is kind of like a Soldier 76 in Overwatch. It's a pretty standard like first-person shooter type guy. He's just got a machine gun. And I would love for this to load. But this game is definitely suffering from a lack of population because, like I said, it took me, I believe, 5 or 6 minutes maybe, just to find a match. Now, this is what the art style looks like. It's a little too cartoony for me. Like I'm actually not even a big fan of Overwatch's style, and I think this is like even more Overwatchy. So yeah, as you progress through the game, you level up, and you can see at the bottom there I have that augment available. You click that, and then every level that you gain, and you gain levels just by doing the normal game mode stuff. You unlock different perks. There's no items that you buy, kind of like in other MOBAs. So this is the only sort of progression per game. Now this resets every game, obviously. So I'm going to pick the frag grenades detonate on impact one. Not that big of a deal for this review, but here we're just waiting for the game to unlock. Up in the upper right-hand corner, you can see the map. Now, I guess there's 2 lanes. That main line is pretty much the main lane, I guess. And throughout the game, you pick up these shards. And here I just got 155. There I just got 65. And then with those shards, you end up upgrading your base or your side of the lane and whatnot. So like here would be, I forget what this is. Yeah, the accelerator. So now every time all of my minions, which is just like minions in Dota, League of Legends, Heroes of the Storm, stuff like that. Now every time they walk by here, they get faster. And I can continually upgrade this to make them go even faster, including myself. Or like up here, you can spend your shards for this is like an automatic sentry gun, which is kind of like a tower in Dota 2, I believe. And yeah, so those are the 2 main ways that you progress through the game. And then this is just like a MOBA here. Like here you can see the enemy minions. You always want to stand behind your minions here. You never want to go above that line. Well, not always. You typically don't want to go farther than them because the enemy minions will destroy you. Here's an enemy hero I'm about to down now. Remember, I'm just playing the bots here, so that guy obviously sucks. But yeah, this is what the game looks like. Now, I'm not sure exactly how you guys are going to feel about this, but even now, after playing this game for a few hours, I still think that there's way too much going on the screen. I think my issue with it is I'm just not happy with how colorful it is. I mean, there's just so much going on, and remember, I'm playing against bots here, so I'm not even worried about the enemy heroes. I'm basically just destroying the minions right now. So when you're playing like a real game, I just don't like how active the screen is. There's too much. See, I got my augment available. Like, I got my health, my defense, all these spells down at the bottom right, which, here, I'll show you what, like, that's my helmet thing. I'll show you what the frag looks like. Bam. I didn't even notice my health was low. Like, I don't know if this is just me. I'm just not a big fan of how much is going on the screen. I like it to be simple, a more clean design so I can tell exactly what I'm doing. And I'm just not getting that from Battleborn. And I definitely have that feeling with Overwatch. I think Overwatch does a real good job of showing you exactly what you need to know on the screen and nothing more. I just don't like this. I was watching a review from a much better PC gamer reviewer, and he said it took him a few games to feel comfortable with like what's on the screen and whatnot. And I would believe that to a certain point, but the art style and the colors and the activity on the screen is just not doing it for me. But we're going to move on from that. So yeah, this is pretty much what the game looks like at the top right or the top center of the screen there. Those are the health of our sentries, which is the final like boss, or not boss, but like this is what we're ultimately defending, the M7 sentry here. So as soon as the enemy kills that, or if we kill the enemies, the game is over. I did do a online match, the 5v5 thing, and we didn't, like, it just took so long. I don't know if it was just because all the players were bad, but no team ended up killing the sentry, and it took the full max 30 minutes, and I just felt like when I was playing that game, now this is all a bunch of, it does a pretty good job at matchmaking, so this is a bunch of like low-level noobs like myself playing, but it just felt like I was respawning and just spraying away bullets into minions. I would eventually die, and then I would rinse and repeat. It was so repetitive, especially for 30 minutes, as I feel like my team wasn't progressing, the other team wasn't progressing, and it was just like a straight-up stalemate. And it got very repetitive, and the only reason I completed the game was so I have footage for the weekly download series, which you guys know is my weekly tech and PC gaming news video series that comes out every Thursday night. But yeah, that's the only reason why I stayed for the whole game. It was, I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty boring. So yeah, I think you guys can tell that I'm just not a big fan of Battleborn. I don't really like the gameplay. I think they have a lot of things going for it in the menus and the mode system, and we're just going to jump into that now. I'm just going to quit this game. So yeah, you have the 5v5 PvP mode. There is a full story mode. Now, I did do the story prologue, and I think it took like a half hour to 45 minutes. I've seen other reviewers say that all the levels take 45 minutes. Now, you don't have the story mode when you're the free-to-play, so you'll only have the prologue, which is what I did, and I felt like that was also too repetitive. So I'm really trashing this game. I'm just not a big fan of it, honestly. There's too many cutscenes. There were too many, oh, go to this place, oh, go to that place, kill these guys, do this, do that. I just didn't like how on rails it was. I'm not like a big off rails kind of guy. I like some direction in my story mode, but it was just too much. It was too repetitive, and I had that same feeling where I was just laying bullets into guys, and it just didn't feel impactful, I guess. And then the third mode is Operations Public, which are mini campaigns that you can play co-op, which these actually seem like I would enjoy the most because I think they're like 30 to 45 minutes, but you're doing it with a team of other players that you can find online. But once again, this does not come with the pay-to-play version. If I actually liked the online PvP version of this game, I know I would pick up the game, or I know I would purchase the game for $30 for these operations alone. I know I would like that kind of style of game, but unfortunately, I just don't think I am gonna buy it because I'm just not a fan of the overall art style and the actual gameplay of it. I think they have a lot of good things going for it. What I've said so far is subjective. I don't think the game is bad. It's just not for me. Over here in the command section is where you can configure your loadouts. You can buy other heroes. Now, you can unlock heroes on the free-to-play version, but it will take forever because you are using the in-game currency. So these are just some of what the heroes look like. You can buy starter packs for the different heroes, which is pretty cool. So like if you buy the Oscar Mike starter pack, not only do you unlock the hero, but you get a skin and a taunt, which is a pretty cool idea because you don't want to just buy a hero and not have anything for him. Here are the Platinum Store. This game's got microtransactions written all over it. One thing that I absolutely hate about this game is it doesn't show you the real life currency price of it. So you actually have to hit buy, and then it'll bring up the Steam like in-game store page where you can like run your credit card or whatnot, and then you see how much it costs. I hate that. I think that's kind of BS, to be honest. I don't like that I got so close to hitting that confirm button just so I could see how much it costs. But yeah, that's pretty much Battleborn. If you guys think that you like the gameplay from what you could tell from the art style and the gun game and stuff like that, now keep in mind there are a whole bunch of heroes. They have the melee, the healers, the support classes, the range nukers, and stuff like that. I was just playing the one pretty basic machine gun guy, Oscar Mike. So yeah, if you think that art style and gameplay style is for you, then I actually think that this game has a lot going for it. But for me personally, I will not be returning to the game. It's just, there's nothing that they can do to fix it at this point. It's not my style. I think I'm going to stick with Overwatch for now. And that's pretty much going to wrap up this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please drop a like down below to help support my channel. And as always, thank you for watching. And please subscribe for more Zach's Tech Turf videos.